Hour number 2. We have cleared 10 o'clock in the Eastern time zone, which means one thing and one thing only. We start our tour of the planet with topics that I have not seen so we can all react together. Our resident baker extraordinaire is going to be here now. We go to Lima, Peru, and we are now officially fully loaded with our buddy Nino Torres. Yellow on a Thursday, sir. Good to see you, my friend.
Yellow. Soccer down here, fans. Nino Torres with you today. Gladly, with the construction workers moving like a couple miles away from my building, so we can talk freely now. Thank you for having me today, Johnny. Good morning, man.
Good morning, sir. How is the baking this morning? Are you baking yet, or are you waiting until we're done?
I'm sweating, bro. I'm breaking 6 a.m., man. 6 a.m. I started because these are my orders for today and tomorrow, right? I gotta. Yeah, have you tried tres leches?
No, I have not, sir. Jason has. I have not,
bro. It's just phenomenal. So I got a tres leches. Got 4 chocolate cakes going. I got cabezadine, which is it's a northern Peruvian dessert. I got mazamorra, which is made of blue corn. Have you ever tried blue corn?
Long time ago, and it was it was like the corn chips themselves, but not necessarily the corn on the cob. No.
Let me show you. Give me 1 second. Let me show you.
Okay. So now we get to find out what blue corn's going to look like. This is going to be pretty sweet. Okay. All right. So now blue corn. This is something new for me. This is what this segment is all about. When we tour the planet and we get to see what's going on with Nino, and I cannot blue corn. And
here we are. Let me move the thing here.
Okay.
Look at this.
Whoa.
It's
wow.
Let me explain it. It's a stew of fruit. That's what it is. It's a stew of fruit. You boil the corn with the cinnamon, with with cloves, with pineapple. You got apples. You got a bunch of things. All together, it's just so gluey, so delicious, so yummy, and it's traditional. It's mazamorra morada, what's made in here in Peru. By the way, I should show you a gallon of that thing.
God, that's crazy. As always, you send topics. I don't look.
I spent too fast. Let me close my windows. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Construction dudes are coming. Careful now. The construction dudes are coming. Windows closed. We don't want anybody flying. We don't want anything coming in from the outside to mess with this blue corn.
We're back. Jesus,
we don't want.
I spoke too soon about the constructions, huh?
Well, that you also don't want them messing with the stuff that you're making in the kitchen. You don't want them to touch any of that stuff. It's like y'all over there. All right, please. I have not seen your topics, but I do have a Portugal-based question as a follow-up here. Now that I see it, number 1, Champions League is not made for Benfica. As we are looking at the Champions League, some folks had it rough this past week, and so it ain't made for Benfica, my friend.
It's not, and it's crazy, right? Because such a big club in Portugal, and they haven't even touched the semifinals. They reached semifinals like I don't know how many years ago, but it's kind of the same case, a similar case with Peñarol Nacional in South America. It's almost similar in Europe with Benfica and Porto. Right, they haven't won the Champions League in like forever. The last time the Portuguese club won it was Portugal in 2004, and since then nothing. All glory. This is like Benfica and Porto are all money, right? You got all money, you got all the castles in there, but you don't have the Ferraris now. You can't afford the Ferraris, you can't afford the Bugattis. You can't, right? You just live in your castle, showing all your. All money. It's just all glory for Benfica and Porto. They were the kings in the 60s with Eusebio. But what's the deal? What's the deal for Benfica? And Porto, I know Porto's going to go. Yeah, I think Porto's going to go away in the Trust me on that one. All right, I think Porto could go all the way in the Europa League, but in the Champions League, they're falling behind, and they keep falling behind. And there's all the coaches that have they've been in Benfica for the last 5 years. I don't know how many coaches the Benfica has gone through in the last 4 or 5 years. They got more coaches than everyone else in the Premier League combined. Ridiculous. They're bringing another one. They're recycling coaches. Ricos cannot find a way. Just cannot find the way to succeed outside of the Portugal kingdom. Well, they haven't been succeeding in Portugal either. So I understand the frustration from Benfica fans, and I thought he was not going to win, but apparently the social media noise sometimes is not as big as the real noise was happening in elections, especially, right? You see all across social media. Oh no, but Rui Costa is going down. He's going down. No, he almost won by a landslide. So I don't know. In the end, it looks like the sector of fans in Benfica that don't like Rui Costa, they're not as many as we thought. No.
Okay. But Sporting got a big win against PSG yesterday.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the next topic right there. You see the next topic right there. There's Lucho Suarez, right? This is the Colombian version, and I would think this almost not as good, but he when you talk about Luchito Suarez, you're talking about elite, but he's getting up there. And he when Sporting signed him,
okay,
there was a lot of people concerned. Oh, who's this Colombian guy? Is he going to score? He comes from the second division in Spain. And like, he's really good because they just let go Gyökeres, and Gyökeres scoring 100 goals in 105 games. So is he as good as he is? And he's on pace. He's on pace. Check the numbers, Johnny. I don't have the exact numbers right now, but check the numbers, the stats, games played, and goals scored by Lucho Suarez. He's gotta be up there. He's gotta be the 2-3 points behind the number of games and behind the number of goals. I don't have the exact numbers on the top of my mind. I was following up until December, but I lost track, because not in the league anymore. But I don't know where he's at now. He should be way up there in terms of games played and goals scored and assists.
So 20 in the 25-26 season so far, and this is all comps. He has, in 7 Champions League matches, he's got 4 goals. Portuguese League, 18 matches, 15 goals. One goal in the Allianz Cup, 2 goals in 3 appearances in the Taça de Portugal, and then the appearance in the Super Taça as well. So you got 30 matches so far in 25-26. He's got 22 goals in 30 matches, 6 assists, all comps so far this year.
I think that's pretty dang good for a striker, huh? When you signing, because he's right there. He's right there almost. He scores a couple of hat tricks, and he's right there with the number matching the games played and goals scored. So that's the kind of striker that you're having now with Corey. And you know what? You know what's the special thing about Lucho Suarez is that he scores. I mean, every goal counts, right? But every goal is different also. So he scores meaningful goals like this one, closing games. He closes games for you. That's what he does. And when the game is so tight, he opens the games for you. All right? This is the kind of player that you want. It is so complicated. I can't get through. I got it, brother. Let me take care of this. So just squeeze in between the cracks in there, and I'll score for you. And then we can close the game. I got it. Lucho, the Colombiano. Got it for you, brother.
Now we go to topic number 3. Cesar Inga and the Lima, Kansas connection. What in the wide world of sports is this about?
Guys, you haven't heard about that? The oil transfer? No, you haven't? What?
No.
We only talk about that here in Lima, Peru?
No.
What is this?
No. We have not.
So, man, this is I'm plus I'm mad about this. I don't want this deal to go through because I have a place a bet with a fan on TikTok. He was telling me, he's not that good enough. He's gonna go either to the MLS or to the Liga MX. I was like, no, a ceviche that he doesn't go to those markets. Well, I'm right there to lose the bet. Wow. I'm so close to lose that bet because Kansas City. This is the deal, right? So there was an offer from Kansas. I think it was 1.5. Mm-hmm. In
1.5.
In Universitario Deportes said, we're not gonna sell him for 1.5. No, he's not going. They're like, oh no, but we really want him. All right, but he's not going. Okay, 2 weeks later, they came down to Lima. Kansas City sent their agents, their representatives to Lima. Right? Mm-hmm. All right, what's the deal? How much you want? We got 1.8 on the table for you, and we take him right now. And then 1 point. We can talk about it. Then we can have a cup of coffee for 1.8. Yes, we can. And then the Cesaringa agent, he was like, "No, come on, let's sell him. Let's sell him." Of course, he wants to sell him right now because he's gonna get his cut, right? But he was so mad about the first time the Universitario said no. He was trashing the team, the front office. Yeah, Universitario Deportes doesn't allow their players to develop and this and that, brother. 1.5 is we're not gonna do it. All right, 1.8. Okay, deal. But there's one caveat. There's always a caveat. Mm-hmm. Because we offer you 1. Your salary is not gonna be as good as it was with the first offer. Because we're putting more money down for you, so help us out a little bit. I compromise, you compromise, we make a deal. And then Inga, the player says, really, come on, man. I'm earning here the 25K a month here. Is that you gonna say no? I don't know. So that's where we at now. That's where we are now. They give it a take. This going back and forth, and I think he's gonna leave at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to leave. But there's one more bid coming from the Premiership.
Okay.
From the Premier for.
Oh.
Put an offer for Cesaringa, and Inga's like, oh, wait. How long is it take here? Premiership, brother. Well, he talked to his agent, and but the agent doesn't want Watford because I don't know why. Don't know why. There might be not a connection as good as it is with Kansas. So in the end, who's getting more worried about the player? Mr. Agent? Forgot his name is I forgot.
It's hang on, because I saw it here. Hang on just a second. It is
he has an Italian last name or something.
Narciso. Hang on just a second. Because he was making the rounds. He was saying Narciso Algamis.
There we go.
Yeah. So Narciso Algamis was saying that Racing was the first team that took notice of Cesar. They like him a lot. Couldn't be advanced further due to a transfer issue. But
that's the team that I wanted to go, man. I really wanted to go to Racing, but
according to let's see, in 48 hours, the name was heard in the U.S., England, and Greece. And a couple of days ago, it looks like that he is linked to Sporting Kansas City. So we'll see what happens there. But 1.6 was the number that was posted. And first strong offer came from Argentina, although the proposal hasn't fallen through. Indicated highly unlikely that he would be going to Argentina. But dude, if it's me, I'm not going to Watford. I mean, they go through coaches. Like you go through mixing bowls, man. I mean, you break your spoons. You're trying to make your tres leches, and you're getting after it. Yeah, literally, your spoon snaps. The number of spoons and stuff that you go through making your desserts. That's how many coaches they go through in like a week and a half. There's no stability at Watford at all when it comes to coaches. The owners there, the family that owns Watford, they're just like, oh, it's 4:30 on a Tuesday afternoon. Time to change a coach. I mean, literally, it is. They are sideways, man. When it comes to,
Oh, man,
you don't no
I don't
Watford.
want to go to Watford.
No, you don't. Okay, so I dug this up just to dig it up. So here we go. Right now, so Javi Gracia was named in October. Paulo Pezzolano lasted 10 matches. Tom Cleverley lasted 59. Valerian Ismail lasted 48. Chris Wilder lasted 11. Slaven Bilic lasted 26. Rob Edwards lasted 11. Roy Hodgson lasted 18. Ranieri lasted 14. Xisco Munoz lasted 36. Vladimir Ivic lasted 22. Caretaker for 2. Nigel Pearson for 22. Caretaker for 2. And back to Javi Gracia from 2018-19. So literally that's what you've had in the Javi Gracia sandwich. That's the number of managers you've had at Watford. Don't go. Don't. Do not.
Oh my God, man.
Do not go to Watford under any circumstance. Right now, Cesar Inga linked at 1.5 to 1.6. Might go a little higher. Okay. I want to save World Cup Chronicles. Copa Libertadores or World Cup? The most nonsensical debate. What is the debate anyway?
I believe it or not, is really hot here in South America. It is hot. It is hot. For me, there's a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer for me. But apparently, I'm the minority about this. It's like, why? I mean, so I'm asking all the University fans, right, every day, you know, and now the World Cup is closer by the minute. They drop this debate again. Would you rather have your team winning the Copa Libertadores?
Okay.
Or your country winning the World Cup? And it's right there, right? So I want to say it's 50-50, 51-49 that the Copa Libertadores is winning the debate. I was like, how in the freaking world can you, what? How can you know? No way. So you rather being the king of the hill than being the king of the world. So for me, there's absolutely pointless, the debate, right? For me, right? But of course, and I drop it from time to time, the debate, and people that I respect, right? People that I really respect, you know, journalists, players. Yeah, no, I run one team because, and then they say, because I don't want them to celebrate with me. What is this? The most selfish wish in the planet for me, man. There's nothing more selfish than that. I don't want to celebrate with the guys from Alianza Lima. I want my team to win it, but not theirs. So what about all together? You don't want to? No, you don't want that. You don't like that, and forget about the togetherness. Forget about that. You are going to compete with the best of the best in the planet. You're not beating Deportes Tolima here, all right? You're playing against Mbappe. You're playing against Erling Haaland. Huh? You're playing against Cristiano Ronaldo. And you don't want to beat those guys? Or they're just like, they feel it. You know what? I think the division is like, it's completely out of the league. The sense, the common sense, the common ground here is that the World Cup is in a different dimension. It's like not even, you don't even consider that because you don't see the reality of having to touch the World Cup. And that makes me so sad. It makes me really so sad because there's nothing that I would change for my team, for my country to win the World Cup, man. I would not put anything on the line for that, man. Anything. And there's nothing close to my country winning World Cup. Are you kidding? No, Johnny, it's true. I'm telling you, it's not 50-50. It's not 70-30. No, it's 50-50. Can you believe that?
No. I mean, look, if you're so tied to your club and your country wins the World Cup, if you don't want to mix with the other teams, it's like you got other teams that you hate, and the teammates that they all get together and win the World Cup. Then fine, celebrate on your own four walls. Don't celebrate with everybody else for the teams that you hate. Just celebrate the fact that you won. If you got to do it in your own house, do it in your own house, so you don't have to consort with those guys that you hate. I mean, what? What? What?
So let's run that.
My head hurts from this. I'm trying to think this through.
I know, right?
Man.
It's I don't believe it, man. How about this? Drop a poll, man. You go ahead and do a poll, because I want to see what the what people from different countries are thinking, right? Okay. And from you guys, would you rather have Atlanta United win the, let's say, Copa Libertadores, if they play the Copa, you invite you here, play Copa Libertadores, and you beat Flamengo in the finals, you right win the World Cup?
I mean, what I would phrase it, it's like
run the poll, and tell me.
Okay, I will. I'll run the poll.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
But
so
I want to know if this is just delusional South American junkie soccer culture, or what it is. I don't know.
Okay.
Can't find an explanation for this, man.
Yeah. So what we'll do it in two steps. Okay. So would you rather win the World Cup or win MLS Cup with your favorite team? I guess that's the equivalent, I guess. Or CONCACAF Champions. So would you rather win? Would you rather win the Triple C, or would you rather win the World Cup? So that'll be the question, and we'll post it, and I'll have it as a thought for a week. So when you come back next week, then people can sit there, and we can think about it for a whole week, and everybody can say what they're going to say. That's just nuts. That is insane to me that you would. It's like, yeah, I want my club to win the club championship deal as opposed to winning the World Cup. That is insane to me. No.
Absolutely no.
Man, my head hurts. Okay. Last topic is always the World Cup Chronicles, where you come up with a story and you continue to educate us. We're under 150 days. I think it's like 140 now before the world comes to this hemisphere and chases after the cup that the world is wanting in 2026. So you have the most dramatic Italian visit to a dentist. I can't wait for this one. What is going on here?
Italy is not having they don't have even a participation in the World Cup, but lately, but back in the day, I'm not talking about that back in the day. The last World Cup they won was in 2006, right? But in 1966, World Cup in England, right? Probably the World Cup with the most controversies in in the history of the game, I would say, right? People talks about Messi this, Messi that, make the referees and this, bro. Go ahead and pull the archives and pull the records from that World Cup, and that was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But the most ridiculous, one of the biggest shockers, upsets in the history of the World Cup, given that World Cup, when Italy was ousted by North Korea.
Whoa.
They were ousted by North Korea in the group stage. They say, bye-bye, Italy. They were two-time world champions already by the time. And they say, bye-bye. But that's not the deal, right? The thing here is that the man who scored the goal for North Korea, his name is Pak Dok-ik.
Okay.
Pak Dok-ik. He was a dentist. He was a dentist for the North Korean army. So the army for North Korea got together a bunch of players, and they say, "Oh, who can play? I can play, but you're a dentist. I don't know. Let me play for it." And they selected Pak Dok-ik, one of the last minute calls for that guy to join the team of North Korea. And he joined the team, and he didn't have to sit on the chair, but they put Italy with the biggest toothache ever, right? By Park Lake. Yeah, a dentist took you out of the World Cup, Italy. Huh? Wow. A dentist, not a full-time player, not a professional player. You know, they got players from Inter Milan, for AC Milan, for Juventus, and this guy who was running his office at the North Korean army, right? He was the guy who took you out. And in the next round, Johnny, the next round in the knockout stage, they almost ousted Portugal. They were going 3-0 at halftime. And they were about to advance to the quarterfinals, but then Eusebio got mad, scored up 4 goals in one game, and it's like, no, bye-bye. 5-3. Eusebio ended up winning that game. It's like, yeah, you're not taking us out. Yeah, no way. But yeah, that's the most painful dentist visit of Italy in the history of the World Cup, man.
Oh man, don't. And I just wonder if if that dentist was sitting there, he's putting transmitters in people's teeth, working for North Korea and stuff. we got to keep track of our players, man. We're gonna put track.
Maybe it's not that delusional, man. Huh? Probably
back in the 60s, no way. Obviously. So, what is going on in Peru this weekend?
Big weekend in Peru, brother. Big weekend in Peru. We got the 2 biggest clubs in the nation. When they're when they're presenting their roster, and also with a game. It's La Noche Crema for Universitario de Deportes at the Monumental. 60,000 people, sold out, brother. Sold out, 60K. And they invited Universidad de Chile to play the first official game of the season. And already played a couple of warm-up games with Sport Boys and with Melgar. But the thing is, they're playing at the same time as Alianza Lima. Right? Mm-hmm. They're doing the 8 o'clock, 60,000 people at the Monumental. And 8 o'clock in Matute, which is the district, not the district, but the neighborhood where Alianza Lima has their stadium, the Alejandro Villanueva Stadium. I don't want to, you know me, I got to throw a little bit to
I know. You're taking your empty bowls, you're filling them with water, you're kind of sitting there and you're going like that out the window. I know.
Just a little bit, right? Because they were offering 2-for-1 tickets because they haven't filled out the stadium, which is, by the way, half of us. It's at 30,000 people fits in that stadium now. Tickets have been on sale for a while. Inter Miami is coming. I don't know if Lucho Suarez or Messi are coming. I don't know about that. There's not confirmed yet. Maybe that's why.
But if they do, it's going to be one of these. It's they may not necessarily even, or if they dress out.
Right. Show up.
Be a cup of coffee, and that's about it.
Yeah. But show up, and at the end, we brought Inter Miami last year, and he came, and Lucho Suarez came. Maybe they don't like the smaller stadium. Maybe I don't know. They want the biggest house in the nation, not just any random. Anyway,
one of the biggest house on the big side of town.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The biggest one right there. That's looking only as you can look. As always, my friend. And the aperture starts next week, doesn't it?
And the 30th, yeah, next week and Friday.
Yeah, Friday. So when you come back next time, we get to talk aperture and we get to talk about people who are ringing
preview, season preview. Yeah, absolutely. Man.
Talk about that. Talk about Portugal. Talk about Europa League and all the other things. As always, my friend, show us the Blue Corn Madness again. It's off to the side. That's you said that's what about that's like 9 gallons of it right there.
It's a lot, man. It's for I think it's how many people in that meeting? I think it's 15 people.
Wow. Yeah. And people in our Twitch pitch are basically already saying that tres leches would be even too spicy for me.
Spicy? What do you mean spicy? There's no spicy.
But that's the thing. It's like I'm not a big spicy food person. And so the running joke is anything that has any taste whatsoever has got to be too spicy for Nelson because he He does not dig the spicy, and so literally it could be like, oh, tiramisu. No, that's too spicy. He didn't dig that. So, that's how I'm wired. But yeah, they're absolutely true. I'm not a big fan of the spicy because we got to save the pipes, man. We got to make sure that.
Yeah. I learned that in the hard way. Yeah.
So may the cooking continue. Follow Nino the Baker on Insta, on the gram, and so that way we can all gain weight just staring at all the chocolate that you make on every single week. We love you very much, my friend. Thank you for the lessons, and thank you for the chronicles, and thank you for the history. We always love to see you on Thursdays. We will catch up with you. May your baking be at the right temperature for the right times, and may everyone be satisfied. We will catch up with you again next week, my friend. Great to see you.
Hey, thank you, Johnny. We'll see you next week, guys. Take care.